Apologies for technical difficulties. Welcome on into the broadcast for PSCL baseball action this morning. It's Blue Sox and Haymakers today. Savon Battle grounded out to third base in his at-bat, and now we've got Caleb Montemare. Watches a breaking ball fall in for a strike against Leo Tormina for the Blue Sox. Blue Sox defense, Bode Grieve, Anthony Cepeda, Anthony Mathiasen out in the outfield. That one's skied up above Gonzalez at shortstop, who hauls that in for a quick second out. Stephen Buxton, Griffin Epstein joining you here today in beautiful Palm Springs Stadium. Game 1 of 2 of the PSCL doubleheader today. Blue Sox have Ramos, Gonzalez, Rodriguez, and Swidler on the infield. Tyler Nelson behind the plate catching today. And it's Park Roeder up. Watches strike one on the corner. 77 from Leo Tormina. 0-1 pitch. Off the corner, can't get the call. One pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Tormina a strike away from getting through a 1-2-3 first inning. Kicks and fires. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just off the plate, ball two. 2-2 pitch. Swung and fouled off down the left field line. Or right field line. It's a game between teams in two completely different positions. Blue Sox, best record in the league, 12-3-1 against the Haymakers, who they've won 3 in a row, but they're still 2 games under 500 at 7-9. 2-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat, down the right field line. That's going to go foul again. Blue Sox coming off a win. They're 8-1-1 in their last 10. And they've been leading the Northern Division for basically since day one. Next closest one is the Colonials at 10-6 behind them. 2-2 pitch. Outside, it's full. A's and Bombers going on the turf field right now, and Colonials Bootleggers will be game 2 over there today. Full count pitch fouled back off the net. Roeder already making Tormina work. 9th pitch of that bat. He's worked it full after being down 1-2. Tormina kicks and fires. Lifted out in there into center field. Should be no big deal for Cepeda, who hauls that one in. It's the 3rd out of the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 1st. No score.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you.
Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards. There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Welcome back. Bottom of the first inning here in Palm Springs. Stephen Buxton, Griffin Epstein here with you today. Blue Sox coming up for their first at-bats of the day. It's Isaac Rodriguez leading things off against Gabriel Lucero. First pitch, fouled back off the plate. Oh, one pitch for Rodriguez up above his head, and looks like a breaking ball just slipped out of Lucero's hand. Rodriguez out of St. Catherine's University. He's looking for a new home, along with a handful of other players in this league. 1-1 pitch inside. It's 2-1.
Lucero is making his 5th start of the season in 15 innings pitched. He's allowed 12 earned runs, 10 strikeouts, 5 walks. Certainly a guy that pitches the contact.
Looking for some soft contact here behind 2-1. Fastball just off the corner. It's 3-1. And Rodriguez, he's doing everything in his power to find a new place to play after St. Catherine's closed. He's hitting .455 this year and fouls that one back. It's full. .455, .514 on base, .515 slugging, and OPS over 1,000. In 33 at-bats, he's been everything the Blue Sox could have asked for. 3-2 pitch. Up the middle, going to be a tough play for Savon. Battle dives after that, can't come up with it, goes into center field, and it's a leadoff single.
Rodriguez continues to play well, as you're mentioning his numbers, Steven, and this very potent Blue Sox lineup that has excelled all season, and they enter today with a magic number of 1 to clinch the 1 seed in the Northern Division. Just need a win here or a Colonials loss, and they will have the 1 seed going into the PSCL playoffs starting Saturday.
Here's the first pitch to Dylan Abid, and he fouls that one down the right field line. And yeah, it's been basically a foregone conclusion this season that The Blue Sox are 1 making the playoffs, 2 probably going to run away with the Northern Division. Again, they have been so dominant all year, just 3 losses. And even with the Colonials' best effort of keeping up with them, they just need 1 win. 0-1 pitch to Abid. Can't get the plate. It's 1-1. One and one pitch from Lucero. Chops that one down the right field line foul. Swing and a miss, strike 3, first K of the day. Dylan Abid goes down, and up comes Ethan Swidler.
It's a unique 3-pitch mix for Lucero, the sinker, splitter, and curveball. Don't see that every day, so Lucero's certainly going to try to keep these Blue Sox batters off balance, which is key if the Haymakers want to get a win. They can come in on a 3-game win streak. The Haymakers playing some of their best baseball at the right time of year.
1 out and runners going. Throw down to second. In time to get Isaac Rodriguez and erase the leadoff single. Good throw by B.J. Tokushima. Defensive alignment for the Haymakers. Park Roeder, Dom Tolentino, Augie Cowan in the outfield from left to right. Jose Diaz, Saban Battle, Caleb Montemayor, and Enzo Angelo in the infield. B.J. Tokushima behind the plate, and of course, Gabriel Lucero on the mound. 0-1 pitch. Inside, ball 1. Ethan Swidler out of Lafayette University. Catches, plays some first base, and he lifts that one up in there to center field, or short center field. Caleb Montemayor is going to go back on the grass and haul that in. Couple zeros put on the board. We'll go to the top of the second inning. Here for Blue Sox and Haymakers. We'll be right back after a break.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history?
Top of the first inning, or top of the second inning here in Palm Springs. No score so far. Blue Sox back out on the field, and Haymakers getting their second hack at it offensively. Jose Diaz leading things off today. Watches ball 1 outside. Jose Diaz, Enzo Angelo, and Dom Tolentino due up. If one of them could reach, Augie Cowan will hit. 1-0 pitch, chopper to second base. Rodriguez keeps that and throws it down to first. 2 outs here. Or 1 out here in the second inning.
Taramino's been really effective this season for the Blue Sox. Just his second start, but in 6 appearances, which is the second most on the Blue Sox. He has an excellent 3.52 ERA, 15 and a third innings pitched. He's allowed just 11 total runs, 6 earned runs, 12 strikeouts with 7 walks. Another guy who pitches to contact.
There's been a lot of great pitching on the Blue Sox side, and here's the first pitch. Chopper down the third baseline, foul.
Well, it always helps when you get a lot of run support from the best offense in the league, and Blue Sox have gotten out to a lot of early leads this season, and that certainly fuels some confidence from your pitching staff. But you're right. I mean, there's a lot of talent on this pitching staff as well, which really has fueled a monster for the first-place team in the league.
0-1 pitch to Enzo Angelo falls in for a strike, and it's no surprise, too, that the team with Reed Santos, the pitching coach for the Power and for College of the Desert, is doing great on the mound, and that one's lifted into short left field, and a diving catch by Bode Grieve. 2 outs here.
Man, Bode Grieve does everything. He's such a fun player to watch. Excellent batter and a great fielder in left. What a beautiful play. He read that well off the bat and the athleticism to slide and make the catch. 5 up, 5 down to start the day for Taormina.
And you mentioned the run support, too. The team averages right around 8 runs a game. They've scored 136 runs in 16 games. And when you're a pitcher, you're going out there with an early lead. It's more comfortable to work with. And here's the 0-1 pitch from Taormina. Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs.
It's interesting for Taormina. It's just primarily a sinker and slider for him. So similar, actually, to Lucero, and a unique mix to keep batters off balance.
0-2 pitch. Tolentino watches it up. Tolentino out of Modesto Junior College. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He blew the sinker by him. 2 strikeouts, or 1 strikeout, second of the game, though. Tolentino goes down, and we'll go to the bottom of the second inning.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
No score today in bottom of the second inning. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Blue Sox. Fred Ramos starting the inning off. He's playing third base today. Facing off against Gabriel Lucero, who worked a 1-2-3 inning after the leadoff hit by Isaac Rodriguez, and he was gunned down by BJ Tokushima, and he starts the inning off down 0-1, or down 1-0.
But the Blue Sox now, 9 innings combined from today and yesterday. They've only used their starters and have allowed just 1 unearned run.
1-0 pitch, and that's lifted and driven out to deep right field, but going back on that, that's going to get over Augie Cowan's head and roll to the wall. Going to third base with a stand-up triple. Fred Ramos And now the Blue Sox have a leadoff man in scoring position, 90 feet away from taking a lead.
And he smoked that, Steven. 94 off the bat, 348. That gets out in most ballparks. And a leadoff triple for Ramos, who's got a lot of pop in that bat.
Augie Cowan had a pretty good route on it, had a good jump, but the ball just kept carrying and carrying and carrying and fell right on the warning track, rolled all the way to the wall, and now it's Joshua Maness.
How about, Steven, that's the third triple of the season for Ramos. How often do you see that in the stat book? It's his 10th hit, and 3 of his 10 hits are triples.
I mean, I feel like I've seen a lot of triples here between the Power and PSCL, but it's still...
Yeah, you certainly see more here. Of course, as we talked about plenty on these broadcasts, it's such a big ballpark with plenty of outfield grass. It's hard to hit home runs, but the benefit of a lot of grass is you can certainly... There's a lot more room to leg around triples than if you're at a smaller ballpark. It's going to be pretty difficult.
1-1 pitch goes outside. It's 2-1, and yeah, it's a big park. Again, 350 to the lines, 400 to dead center. The closest comparison is Coors. 2-1 pitch outside.
That'd be American Family Field you're now talking about, the Brewers?
No, Coors Field.
Oh, the Rockies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 400 to the lines, and then, or 350 to the lines and 400 dead center.
But that ballpark is a mile above sea level.
Yeah. 3-1 pitch, curveball gets in the zone, and it's full count.
This park is just 100 feet above sea level. Though it would be interesting if they put the park at the top of the San Jacinto Mountains behind us, which would be about a mile up over sea level.
3-2 pitch. Swung on, and did he get a piece of it? He did. Foul tip, looked like it might have gone off a leg.
I like that idea, Steven. Building a ballpark on top of the San Jacinto Mountains. Fans could take the tram up for the game. Might be some environmental issues with that, but it would be probably the best view of any ballpark in the country. Though we've got a pretty good view ourselves here down below the mountain.
Here in beautiful Palm Springs, full count pitch. In the dirt, and there's a walk. Back-to-back base runners have runners on the corners for the Blue Sox. Anthony Cepeda coming up.
Blue Sox coming off a victory yesterday against the Coyotes here on the main field. Was here to watch that one, a 6-1 win. And first time all season they had back-to-back games without earning a victory, but really just looked like their normal selves yesterday and trying to start a new win streak now.
First pitch is a ball. And Griffin, would you believe, living here as long as I have, I've been all up and down the San Jacinto Mountains, but I've never been up the tram.
What?
Yeah, never.
Oh, my gosh.
1-0 pitch to Cepeda. Finds its
I can't
way into
believe
the
that,
zone. It's
Steven.
1-1. Yeah, no, I've never been up the tram.
That's the most shocking thing you've told me since I've known you.
And I've told you a lot of shocking things.
You're never short on words, Steven, that's for sure.
1-1 pitch. Off the hands into shallow center field. Battle going back on it, and he can't make the catch. That drops in front of him. Everyone's safe, and it's 1-0 Blue Sox.
Well, everything just goes your way sometimes when you're the first-place team. Cepeda got jammed. He was frustrated as he jogged down to first, but that ball up in the sunshine was kind of in no man's land, and Battle had a really tough play. Tolentino didn't get a good read on it for center, and just like that, an RBI single.
Not too often that 61 off the bat with probably a 60-degree launch angle gets you an RBI. But it does here, and it's 1-0 Blue Sox, 2 men on. And Michael Gonzalez takes a strike. Still nobody out here in the second inning. Gonzalez up, Tyler Nelson on deck. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball gets the call. Looks like it just fell out of the zone, but a good pitch by Lucero. Lucero ahead 0-2. Waiting for the sign, working out of the stretch. Gets set. Kicks and fires. Gonzalez off the end of the bat into left field. That's going to get down for a hit. Runners go ahead 90 feet. And it's bases loaded for Tyler Nelson.
Good piece of hitting for Gonzalez. Good throw in by Park Roeder to hold Manis at third, but a chance here for Nelson with the bases loaded, nobody out, to put up a big crooked number early for the Blue Sox, which would be especially inviting with how good Leo Terramina has looked on the mound for the Blue Sox, 6 up, 6 down.
And Gabriel Lucero honestly has to be taking a bit of a sigh of relief after that. It was a breaking ball right down the middle, and for no runs to score on that, he'll take it. 1-0 pitch to Tyler Nelson. Nelson, one of a handful of guys who's been pulling double duty this year. He's been with the Power. He's played some games with them. Been their regular bullpen catcher. And it's even 1-1. Out of Westcliff University, 6'1", 195 pounds. Plays great defensively, and in the PSCL, the bat hasn't been too bad, hitting 286 so far this year. 1-1 to Nelson. Looked like a sinker just dropped out of the zone.
He's driven in 7 runs, too, in 13 games at the plate, and big chance to drive in a whole bunch more here for the Blue Sox.
Driven in 7. He's scored 10 of his own. He's been a quality bat for this Blue Sox lineup, a lineup where almost everyone's had it going. 2-1 outside of the zone, and it's 3-1. Gabriel Lucero needs to find the zone here. He frankly needs a infield pop-up or a strikeout right here because it's bases loaded and nobody out. Tyler Nelson in the box. 3-1 pitch. Catches the corner. It's strike 2. Already seen a lot of long at-bats this game between both teams also, but the Blue Sox have worked a handful of full counts already. They've already got a walk. That was by Joshua Maness, and Tyler Nelson could score one with a walk. Chopper down past the Blue Sox dugout. Wait a second while Ethan Swidler brings that one back in for us, and we're all ready. Full count still to Tyler Nelson. Lucero working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch, and that's driven into left field, and not going to get down for a hit. Bode Grieve able to catch that one and throw it back in before Joshua Maness could have tagged up from third, but it was going to be a close play. First out of the inning.
Maness thought that ball was going to drop it first, and he started running home and then had to backpedal back to third. And that took away any chance of tagging and scoring.
There's one that's kind of in the middle. It looked like it had a chance to get down, but Park Roeder out there was kind of in the middle of having to dive and just being able to run over to it. Had to crouch down and hauled in at a really awkward angle, and now it's 0-1 to Bode Grieve in the 9 spot. 0-1 count, 1 out here in Palm Springs. Blue Sox ahead 1-0, but they've got the bases loaded. 0-2 now to Bode Grieve. 68-mile-an-hour breaking ball managed to get the top corner of the zone. Lucero looking to work a magic act. 0-2 pitch. Fouled off, we'll do it again. 0-2 now to Bodegrieve. Driven into the Blue Sox dugout again. Couple guys had to get out of the way of that one, and it's still 0-2 to Bodegrieve. These Blue Sox batters making Lucero work. Here's the pitch. Off the hands, floater right in front of the mound, and Lucero will take his own second out. Pop out to one, and Anthony Mathiasen trying to extend the inning.
How big would this be for Lucero and the Haymakers? Back-to-back flyouts and a chance to escape the bases-loaded jam without anybody outs and just one run coming across.
It's the rare time you put up a run and you have the lead and you put up a 7-8 batter inning as that one's driven out into left center field, and Park Roeder gets the third out. It's a tough feeling to have bases loaded and no outs, and you only give up one run, but what a job by Gabriel Lucero to keep his team in it. We'll go to the bottom of their top of the second inning. Haymakers down 1-0.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your.
Top of the third inning here in Palm Springs. Blue Sox ahead 1-0 against the Haymakers. Tormina deals the first pitch, and that's deposited into center field. First hit of the day for the Haymakers.
Sometimes when a pitcher is having a lot of success, you just got to get a little more aggressive, and Cowan swings away at the first pitch, and the Haymakers break up the perfecto through 2 innings for Taormina.
Leadoff single for Augie Cowan, and yeah, Tormina worked the first 6 up, 6 down, 1 strikeout, and that one's chopped into the Blue Sox dugout again. They're getting a lot of action. Carson Ledbetter up now. It's Augie Cowan, Carson Ledbetter, and BJ Tokushima due up. If one of them can reach Aaron Garcia in the 10 spot, will get to bat. And then they'll turn it over and throw back to first, not in time. Cowan's still safe. Cowan on first. Nobody out. Here in the third inning. Pitch to Ledbetter, inside. Ledbetter off the hands. That's popped up in the infield, and Ethan Swidler takes that for the first out. BJ Tokushima coming up. Tokushima out of George Fox University. Throw down to first, not in time. Looking for his first hit since the first game against the Bombers. Haymakers walked that one off in 9 innings. First pitch to Tokushima. Lifted out high left field. Coming in on it is Bode Grieve, and there's 2 outs.
Now the effectiveness of the sinker for Taormina has been a lot of balls the Haymakers have been getting under now. It's 5 of the 8 outs that Taormina has recorded, courtesy of the flyout.
Leo Taormina out of Consumnes River College.
It's up in Sacramento. It's an excellent JUCO program. A lot of really good JUCO programs up in Sacramento. Blue Sox have a couple pitchers from Consumnes.
Yeah, there's a handful of those guys in the PSCL, and most have been outstanding. Leo Taormina, no exceptions. 3.52 ERA so far this year, and he's against Aaron Garcia.
How good has his teammate Alec Hawking been on the mound? That was probably the best start I've seen by any pitcher. About a week ago, pitched nearly a complete game, struck out double-digit batters.
Throw back down to first by Nelson, not in time. It's 1-1 to Aaron Garcia.
Hawking will be an all-star for the Blue Sox, who certainly have no shortage of all-stars, both pitching and batting.
Hawking just a 1.06 ERA. He's got 2 scoreless appearances. 1-1 pitch. Catches the corner. It's strike 2. Hawking against the A's. 6 innings pitched, 12 Ks, no walks, an absolute gem. Now it's Taormina, 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Leo Taormina. Gets him out of 3 clean innings. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 3rd. One nothing ball game here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Blue Sox coming up to hit. And it'll be Isaac Rodriguez leading it off. Rodriguez against Gabriel Lucero. He's down 0-1. It's been good pitching so far from both Lucero and Taormina. Lucero's had to work a little bit harder, though. Blue Sox have been working a lot of deep counts against him, and obviously had the big inning in the 2nd. 1-1 now here in the 3rd.
Mentioned the Blue Sox well represented on the 2024 PSCL All-Star team, playing Thursday night against the Palm Springs Power on July 4th. Ethan Swidler, Javen Bexa.
1-1 pitch outside. It's 2-1.
Bodie Grieve. Those are the three batters for the Blue Sox. And then mention Alex Hawking as well. So 4 Blue Sox on the All-Star team. That's tied for the most of any team.
Off the hands, chopper up the middle, throw down by Savon Battle. It's high, but Enzo Angelo still manages to get down and put the tag on Isaac Rodriguez. Unconventional 6-3 putout. Dylan Abid coming up with 1 out. Abid 0 for 1. Struck out in the first. Only strikeout victim for Gabriel Lucero. He's got 1 out and nobody on. Driven down the right field line, and that's a great catch by Enzo Angelo. Might have just stolen extra bases from Dylan Abid, and we've got 2 outs.
That is a web gem of a play, Steven. Working over to his right, snares the ball off a tough hop, diving on the dirt. That's at least a double, if not a triple. That ball smoked down the line. What a terrific play by the first baseman.
Ethan Swidler, Blue Sox All-Star coming up. Nobody on, and 2 outs, and he's down 0-1 after breaking ball caught the outside corner of the plate.
Swidler has an on-base percentage just below 500 on the season, 475.
0-1 to Swidler. Back-to-back breaking balls. That one right down the middle.
5 doubles, 5 of his 11 hits are doubles on the season, has a home run and a triple, batted in 7, and worked 6 walks.
It's 0-2 to Swidler. That one gets away from Lucero. Almost gets past Tokushima behind the plate. One to nothing Blue Sox here in the 3rd inning. 2 outs. Swidler drives that one into right center field, and that's going to get in the gap and to the wall. Rounding first and into second with a 2-out double, Ethan Swidler.
And I mentioned 5 doubles make it 6 now on the season for Swidler. D1 player at Lafayette College in Pennsylvania continues to show off the power. So much pop on this Blue Sox team hitting to the gaps.
And Swidler absolutely smoked that one. It was 90 on a line to right center field and just completely split Tolentino and Cowan. And now it's Fred Ramos. Watches a first pitch strike on the outer half.
The Blue Sox, as a team, now have 28 doubles in 17 games. That's a ridiculous number, averaging about a double and a half a game.
0-1 pitch. Just off the plate, it's ball 1. Good eye there for Ramos. Just about an inch inside.
Add that in with 7 triples, making now 8 today, and 5 home runs. Also a league best.
It's a team that knows they can hit the long ball, but they don't completely lean on it. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. But they hit the ball to all fields. It's gap to gap, and more often than not, they're able to split those gaps and do a lot of base running. 1-2 to Fred Ramos, trying to extend the inning, trying to push it to Joshua Maness. Lucero looking to shut things down. 1-2 pitch. Off the hands, over to Battle. It's going to be a quick play and gets him in time. Another 0 on the board for the Blue Sox, but they're still ahead 1-0 going into the top of the 4th inning. We'll be right back.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
One-run ball game here in Palm Springs, top of the 4th inning. Blue Sox back out on the field, trying to put up another 0. And Leo Tormina has been nearly perfect so far. First pitch to Savon Battle, and that's all the way past the stands and over by the concessions.
Update on the backfield, Steven. It's all A's over the Bombers, 9-0 in the top of the 4th.
0-1 pitch to Savon Battle, swing and a miss.
It's an important game when you're looking at separates 3 and 4 in the Southern Division. The Haymakers at 7-9, the A's at 8-8.
Savon Battle watches ball 1.
Any of these teams, of course, all these teams want to win the championship. If you're in the 4th or the 5th seed, then you have to win.
Swing and a miss for Savon Battle. Another strikeout. 3rd of the day for Leo Tormina.
Tormina continuing to look good, but if you're the 4 or 5 seed in the playoffs, you have to play an extra game. You'd have to win 4 games in 4 days to win the PSCL championship. That's a pretty tall task, so you want to avoid that if all possible and be in the top 3 seeds in your own division.
It's not meant to be easy, though. The climb to the top is not given to you. 1-0 pitch. Inside ball 2 to Caleb Montemeyer.
It's only 1 game at the moment separates the A's and the Haymakers, but if the A's can win today, the Haymakers lose. Now all of a sudden it's a 2-game lead with just 3 games to play.
2-0 pitch. Outside ball 3. Good call there.
It'd be 2 games to play actually for each team. Games on Wednesday and then Friday and then into the playoffs Saturday.
It's crunch time for everyone. It's time that they'll start really dialing it in and just scratching and clawing for those last wins, trying for positioning. And right now it's 3-1 to Montemeyer. Reaches that and pokes that out into right field. That's fair for a base hit and extra bases. Montemeyer around first, into second. Going for third now. Ball not even back in the infield, and it's a stand-up triple. Second triple of the day. First hit for Caleb Montemeyer. Park Roeder up. A PSCL All-Star. First triple of the year for Montemeyer. And here's the first pitch to Roeder. Ball 1.
That was a tough pitch. It was in on the hands and was just able to poke it down the line, and that ball rolled for a while. Montemeyer with good speed.
Roeder under that one, and that's going to go over the net foul. Park Roeder, two-way player, outfielder and a pitcher. Hitting .444 so far this year, and after a really tough first 2 appearances on the mound, he's started to get it together, back-to-back scoreless appearances. 1-1 pitch. Off the plate, ball 2. He's always a fun player to watch, can dial it up to the upper 80s, lower 90s, and is fantastic with the bat, and nearly gets a hit there, but a solid play by Ethan Swidler to get the first out. Or second out, I'm sorry. 3 unassisted leads it to Jose Diaz.
Well, that ties the ball game. That's all you had to do, just get a hard hit ball, and Montemayor walks home, and just like that, this game is tied.
1-1. Diaz watches ball 1.
It's weird. It's a game that feels like the Blue Sox have dominated. Put a runner on in every inning, and the bases loaded in the second with nobody out, and after scoring a run, couldn't score again.
Pitch by Tormina, catches the zone. He's ahead 1-2. 1 strike away from getting back in the dugout and allowing that Blue Sox lineup to get him the lead back, and that's poked out and gets under Ramos's glove into left field. First error of the game goes to the Blue Sox. E5 keeps the inning alive. Jose Diaz at first, and it's Enzo Angelo now. Bodegrieve throws that one back in, and first pitch to Angelo. Downstairs, ball 1. Tormina hasn't been particularly pinpoint today, but he's managed to get through the first 3 innings, almost through 4 right now, if he can get this last out.
Well, he doesn't have a walk on the day, Steven. That's a plus.
1-1. Breaking ball slipped out of the hands inside. Throw down to first, almost gets past Swidler. Good job by him, just able to keep that from getting away. 2-1 pitch. Skied out into just past first base. Swidler going back on it, just in front of the Haymakers bullpen. And he gets the third out. But it's tied now, 1-1 going into the bottom of the 4th inning here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Tie ball game here in Palm Springs on the PSCL Broadcasting Network. Stephen Buxton, Griffin Epstein, thank you for joining us. We've got Joshua Maness leading it off for the Blue Sox against Gabriel Lucero. Lucero, first pitch, bottom of the zone. Good sinker right there. It's 0-1. Maness lines that one straight into Enzo Angelo's glove. We got one out.
Well, quality pitching performances on both sides from Leo Taormina and Gabriel Lucero. Both have a sinker, which you don't see every day, and it certainly kept both bats off balance. Haven't seen a lot of strikeouts, but we haven't seen walks either. I'm going to maybe jinx it, Steven, but we have one walk combined between the two pitchers, and we've almost played 4 innings of baseball.
The moment you say that, Anthony Cepeda starts off with a
It's one pitch. It's
ball
one pitch.
well outside. It's 1-0.
We'll hold off on the announcer's jinx, which, of course, doesn't exist.
1-1 now. And it's not just the lack of walks, but it's the fact that both of these teams, between the two teams, it seems like we've only seen one or two guys take a really quality swing. Everything else has been off the hands or off balance, and the pitchers have been making all of these guys uncomfortable. That one makes Cepeda a little more comfortable, though. He's ahead 2-1.
It's the benefit of really having some pitches that move. See the sinker, the spin rate, about 2,000 rotations per minute. I mean, there's just a lot of movement on sinkers dipping down in the zone, and tough for batters to read. We don't see that pitch every day.
Lucero behind 3-1 now after Griffin Epstein made a comment about almost no walks happening today. Three and one pitch. Griffin, you spoke it into existence.
Like to apologize to
Gabriel
Lucero and his family for that. But good work by Cepeda getting on base for the Blue Sox.
Well, if the announcer's jinx exists, then it was really showing the other day when we got through the first game on Friday in about an hour and a half, and I told everyone on air about that, and then our next game lasted about 3 hours with me and Cole.
That's the magic of baseball. And yet games can look completely different. I had that yesterday on the stadium with the 3-hour back-and-forth thriller between the Colonials and the Lumberjacks.
The magic of a 14-8 ball game with, I think, 13 total hits.
The game yesterday was certainly not a 14-8 ball game. It was a walk-off by the Colonials over the Lumberjacks, 8-7. I think the best game of the season.
1-1, Michael Gonzalez, grounder to third, throw down to second, gets away into left field, and Anthony Cepeda ends up on third. Thought about taking home after Diaz couldn't haul that one in. E5 leaves runners on the corners.
I'm thinking 2 off the bat maybe, but Diaz's throw had a little bit too much on it, and instead the Haymakers don't get any outs, and now a tough spot here for Lucero as the Blue Sox trying to retake the lead.
Yeah, it looked like Diaz looked down to second, and Cepeda had a great jump. He was running on the pitch and almost had second with ease, and it looked like Diaz just tried to force it, tried to throw it too quick, and it got away from him. It's 1-0 against Tyler Nelson. He's got Cepeda on third, Michael Gonzalez at first. Pitch from Lucero outside. Tokushima thought about throwing down to second, but Gonzalez takes that after a wild pitch.
It's a good fake by Tokushima, seeing if Cepeda will bite. There was no reason actually to make that throw. Wouldn't have stood a chance getting Gonzalez.
It's 2-0, and for Tyler Nelson, you're coming up now after flying out to left. You've got 2 runners in scoring position. A chance to help out Taormina and break this game open. Flied into right field. Going back on it is Cowan, but that should be an RBI. Tagging up from third base, Anthony Cepeda, and it's 2-0, Blue Sox. Or 2-1 now. Both runners advance. Michael Gonzalez on third. Anthony Cepeda comes home. 2-1 now here in the bottom of the fourth. With 2 outs, it's Bode Grieve. Another PSCL All-Star. That one driven foul down the left field line. 0-1 now. After some time, Grieve back in the box. Bode Grieve out of New Mexico State. 0-1 pitch. Outside, it's even. Grieve, one of a handful of Division I guys on this Blue Sox lineup, and again, you said it, Griffin, one of the most talented teams top to bottom in the PSCL. 1-1. Lifted foul down the right field line, and that's right up against the fence. Enzo Angelo can't pull that one down. 1-2 now. After what could have been a really difficult, slightly dangerous play to make if you're trying to make that against the wall, but Angelo saves himself and saves Grieve an extra pitch here. It's 1-2 with 2 outs. Pitch by Lucero. Chopper up the middle. Montemayor throw down to first and not in time. Infield single for Bode Grieve, and Anthony Mathiasen coming up with 2 outs and a runner on first. Griffin, that's just a play that's so tough to make for the second baseman, having to throw across your body like that.
Yeah, off balance, pitch not hit very hard. Really, everything that could go wrong goes wrong on the way that ball's hit.
First pitch to Mathiasen, floated out into right field, and Augie Cowan catches that. It's 3 outs here in the 4th inning, going to the 5th. Blue Sox up 3-1.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
First pitch of the 5th inning goes foul. Welcome back here. 5th inning for game 1 of 2 here for the PSCL on the Palm Springs Stadium field. It's 0-1 now. Savon Battle leading off the 5th. He struck out in the 4th. Or it's Dom Tolentino leading things off, actually, and he's down 0-2 against Gabriel Lucero, who's been outstanding today. Lucero fires it in, and it's low. Ball 1.
What a season Tolentino's had. He's one of 2 All-Stars on the Haymakers, hitting .429 on the year with a .488 on-base percentage, 15 hits, 13 runs, 5 batted in, which is 9 strikeouts.
Tolentino looking to break up Lucero's rhythm. And he can't there. Fastball blew it by him. Another strikeout for Lucero. Or for Tormina.
Second straight day, another great starting pitching performance by a Blue Sox. I mean, Jared Fong pitches a complete game yesterday on the bump. Now you have Tormina rolling along, effective and efficient. The Blue Sox bullpen is just getting to take a nap right now these last 2 days.
Tormina ahead of Augie Cowan, 0-1. 0-2 now after breaking ball just out of the zone. Haven't seen a ton of strikeouts out of Tormina, but starting to really dial it in here. It's 1-2. Starting to feel towards the latter half of this outing. He's started to get a whole lot more comfortable. 1-2 pitch. Did he go? They say he did. Throw down to first in time. Another strikeout. Augie Cowan goes down, and it's Carson Ledbetter trying to keep the 5th inning alive.
5th strikeout of the day for Tormina. He retired the first 6 batters of the game, looking for his 3rd 1-2-3 inning.
Own one now to Carson Ledbetter. Two-0 now.
Mentioned before, Blue Sox magic number is 1 to clinch the 1 seed in the Northern Division in the PSCL.
Carson Ledbetter pokes that one foul.
Start counting the outs. They're only 7 away.
7 outs away, and for Leo Tormina, he's 1 out away for being in line for a win. He's got a 2-run lead. It's 3-1 now. Blue Sox ahead of the Haymakers, and Tormina finds a strike there. 80 on the black, and Ledbetter just couldn't catch up with it. Tormina struck out the first 2 of the inning, looking to strike out the side. 2-2 pitch. Inside, it's full now. Tormina, through 4 2/3, has allowed just 2 hits, just 1 run. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3, breaking ball on the corner, got him looking. Leo Tormina strikes out the side. We'll be right back. Top of the 6th coming up.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Bottom of the 5th inning here in Palm Springs, and it looks like it's going to be crunch time pretty soon for the Haymakers. Down 3-1 against the Blue Sox. Blue Sox trying to push that even more. Blue Sox have Isaac Rodriguez leading it off. First pitch fouled off the foot, and he's going to take a minute to walk that off.
That one really hurts. It's like dropping a hammer on your ankle, if you can imagine that. If you've ever been out in the yard or in the garage working on something, you drop a hammer or a wrench on your ankle. It's probably going to be swollen up after the game.
To be honest, I've never dropped one directly on my ankle.
You sound like you're a good handyman, Steven.
No, just
I've got some fixing, actually, while we're at it.
0-1 pitch to Rodriguez. Breaker finds the corner of the zone. It's 0-2 now. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest handyman. I can figure stuff out, but the whole sports journalism thing's more my cup of tea. And good morning, good afternoon, good night. Isaac Rodriguez down on 3 pitches.
On to the 5th inning. Both of these pitchers have continued to show good stuff. We saw Leo Taramina really start relying on his slider to strike out the side in the 5th inning, and a really nice splitter look like from Lucero to strike out Rodriguez looking.
Dylan Abid coming up. And he's behind 0-1. And both pitchers starting to really pull everything out, really starting to empty the tank, knowing that they don't have a ton of time left. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Haymakers down 3-1. Dylan Abid looking for his first hit of the afternoon, and that one's going to go foul. No one's going to catch a Savon Battle, and Jose Diaz were both dead sprint over to their bullpen.
This is something I haven't talked about in the broadcast, but, you know, not only is there a lot of outfield grass, there's a lot of foul territory here, too, at Palm Springs Stadium. Often you see further down the line a fence will meet a foul line. That's not the case here at the stadium. The dugouts are pretty far back. There's a lot of grass. There's a lot of dirt along the warning tracks down the line. It's a lot of space to cover. Even if a ball lands in play, it can be hard to run it down.
0-2 pitch to beat. Lucero looking to lock down a 1-2-3 inning himself. Chopper to first. Great snag by Angelo. Throw down to Lucero, and he's in there in time. PFP's paying off here. 3-1 putout. Ethan Swidler coming up.
I was talking about this in the press box in between a commercial or during a commercial break a couple innings ago, but I've been impressed with the fielding the last week in the PFCL. I think it's really taken a step up first week or two.
It's been good.
Yeah, the first 2 week or two, you could tell some players were still trying to find their footing on the surface and going back and forth between the turf and a natural surface.
Ethan Swidler gets under that and flies that out into short left field. Coming into it is Roeder, and 3 up, 3 down. Blue Sox go down in order. They'll go out to the field, and Haymakers trying to tie this thing up in the bottom of the 6th.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Three to 1 ball game here in Palm Springs. Haymakers up to bat against Leo Tormina, who's been nearly perfect so far. Ahead 1-0 after striking out the side. BJ Tokushima up now. Tokushima, Aaron Garcia, and Savon battle the first 3 of the inning. That one lined down the third base line. That's going to go fair and to the wall. Extra bases for BJ Tokushima, and he's trying for 3 now. Slides into third with a leadoff triple in the third of the day, Griffin.
How about that? And you don't see a lot of triples down the left field line. That was a hard hit ball by Tokushima, and right away he had a chance to go 3 and never slowed up and easily made it in by the time Grieve got to that ball in left field. And looks like we'll get a courtesy runner for Tokushima. But yeah, you always see new things at the ballpark every day, and 3 triples, 2 of them by the Haymakers. In fact, 2 of the 3 hits by the Haymakers today are triples. What are the odds of that? But a chance to cut the lead in half now. They'll put a courtesy runner at first in James Taylor. Or at third, James Taylor.
James Taylor at third and Aaron Garcia up. Ball 1 outside. Good job by Tyler Nelson keeping it in front of him. Aaron Garcia 0 for 1 so far today. Watches a breaking ball catch the top of the zone. It's strike 1.
Still no action for the Blue Sox in their bullpen. They have not had to use a reliever the last 2 days.
1-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Field umpire said he didn't. It's 2-1.
Got the top of the order after Garcia coming up. This is a big moment here for the Haymakers, trying to come back from a 2-run deficit.
2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball by him. A lot of movement on that pitch. He's been mostly relying on that sinker. Tormina doesn't get the call there on a fastball that, according to our TrackMan, just clipped the zone. It's 3-2 now. No outs. Runner on third. Tormina kicks and fires. Pitch to Garcia. Down Broadway. Strike 3. Pulled out the breaking ball and just froze Garcia. Pitch was right down the middle and got the strikeout.
How filthy and gutsy is that with a full count to bring out a pitch that you trust, sinker, and just freeze Garcia.
First pitch to Savon Battle, line down the left field line, foul. Battle with James Taylor on first. Battle's 0 for 2 so far, struck out in the fourth, grounded out to third in the first. He's down 0-1 against Tormina. Battle fouls that one back. It's 0-2 now. Leo Tormina ahead 0-2 against Savon Battle. That one's scooped out into shallow center field. Cepeda catches that, and James Taylor coming in from third base. He'll score. It's 3-2 now, Haymakers.
There's a run to cut it in half. Battle does his job, and now just 4 outs left to play with the Haymakers, but every time, at least at the moment, a batter comes to the plate, they're at least the tying run. That's big.
Caleb Montemayor up. Montemayor had a triple in the fourth. Struck out in the first, and Tormina, who's really turned up the swing and miss here, really found his out pitch lately. Trying to get one here. 1-0. Breaking ball catches the bottom of the zone. It's 1-1. One pitch. Catches the outer half. It's 1-2 now. Leo Tormina, 1 pitch away from 6 innings and 2 runs and outstanding work. 2-2 now. Tormina looking for his 8th strikeout of the day. 2-2 pitch. Fouled down the right field line. We'll do it again. Montemayor takes his time getting back in the box. Two-two pitch. Down the right field line, foul again. Montemayor riding a 4-game hitting streak. Running out of time to extend that here. Last time he didn't get a hit was June 26th against the Coyotes. 2-2 pitch. Up high, it's 3-2. Three-two pitch to Montemayor. Off the hands, up to first base. Throw from Swidler to Tormina, and that gets him in time. Going to the 7th inning here in Palm Springs. It's a 1-run game. Haymakers need one more to tie it. Blue Sox looking for another one. We'll be right back.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Three to 2 ball game here in Palm Springs. Blue Sox looking for some insurance against Gabriel Lucero. Fred Ramos leads things off. Bottom of the 6th inning. He has one of 3 triples today by the 2 teams, and he's ahead 1-0. Driven into right field, that's going to get down for a leadoff single. Fred Ramos 2 for 3 today. And another leadoff base runner for the Blue Sox.
Gritty batter in the cleanup spot, hitting over 300 now on the season. I mean, this Blue Sox lineup, they're just so deep to their best hitters. Noah Bufford, Shaven Baxter not even playing today. And although it's not been an electric offensive day for them, there's still so many good batters in the lineup.
Good pitch there by Lucero, able to catch the corner and get a first strike against Joshua Menes.
Credit to Gabriel Lucero for quieting them, holding them to just 3 runs and giving the Haymakers a shot to win this ball game, and just 1 earned run still allowed.
Lucero fires in strike 2. And for a minute, it looked like he wasn't going to go very far because after that 2nd inning, Lucero got hit around a little bit, but just allowed 1 run. He allowed 2 in the 5th as well. Ground ball to short. This could be 2. Second, down to first, and that gets by. E4 on the play, it looks like, and what could have been a double play ball there. Savon Battle threw down to Caleb Montemeyer. Montemeyer's throw to Angelo was too high, and Joshua Menes on an error. But there's 1 out here. Anthony Cepeda up. Watch a strike 1 perfectly placed. Yeah, back to Lucero. It looked like he wasn't going to go very far, got hit around a little bit, but since then he's been great, and that one's into left field for another hit. Throw down to third base. Going to be cut off by Savon Battle. Anthony Cepeda with a hit, and runners on the corners.
Typically for the Blue Sox, they just find ways to win, and what's big here is getting some insurance in the bottom of the 6th before you send Leo Terramina out in the 7th to try to complete a complete game for the 2nd straight day for a Blue Sox pitcher.
Blue Sox trying to break it open. Michael Gonzalez up. Watches a first pitch breaking ball go outside, and right now Lucero hoping for a ground ball. He's got a chance at a double play. If not a ground ball, he's going to need a strikeout. 1-0 pitch. Off the hands, lifted foul. That'll do. Enzo Angelo hauls it in, and we've got 2 outs.
It's a good play by Angelo. There's a lot of traffic there. It was 5 chairs with 5 Haymakers to get up and scatter to get out of the way, and Angelo was able to locate the ball, looking up on a bright sunshine and another brilliant blue sky, and big second out.
Pop out to 3 sends Tyler Nelson to the plate. There's 2 outs, runners on the corners. Joshua Maness on third. Anthony Cepeda on first.
Jose Diaz, the righty, is worming in the Haymakers pen if needed, but Lucero is an out away from topping out a quality start.
90th pitch by Lucero. 1-0. Lifted out down the left field line. That's going to go off the bottom of the wall. Takes a bad hop. Both runners will score, and Tyler Nelson with a stand-up double. What a time for Nelson to get his second and third RBIs of the game, and he puts the Blue Sox ahead 3.
That ball was pulverized, 96 off the bat. It missed being a home run by mere half a foot, bouncing off the top of the Vivo Tu Estrella sign down the left field line, about halfway up the wall. What a shot by Nelson, and huge 2 insurance runs for the Blue Sox.
5-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Javen Baxa is going to pinch run for Nelson at second.
First sighting of one of the Blue Sox All-Stars, Javen Baxa on second base, and at the plate, Bode Grieve, another All-Star, trying to score his teammate. Bode Grieve has 1 hit so far. He got that in the 4th, a single, and popped out to the pitcher in the 2nd inning. 5-2 here. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball had him off balance.
Three RBI day for Tyler Nelson. You mentioned it. Grieve has an RBI. Bottom of the lineup, producing big time for the Blue Sox today.
1-1 pitch. Lucero kicks and deals. Breaking ball finds the corner. Kind of soft throw down to second. Gave Nelson all the time he needed to get back. Or, I'm sorry, gave Javen Baxa enough time. Bode Grieve behind 1 and 2. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Outside, it's 2 and 2. Counts even at 2 with 2 outs. 2 high, ball 3. Full count now. Baxa might go on the pitch. Full count and 2 outs. Baxa will go. Ball lifted up, foul down the right field line, and Angelo catches that. It's 3 outs here, and into the top of the 7th we go. Haymakers, last chance now. They're down 3 going into the top of the 7th. We'll be right back. Blue Sox 3 outs away from another win. Final outs here in Palm Springs. It's 5-2 here in Game 1 of PSCL action today. Leo Tarmina working on a complete game here, and that one skied into left center field. Gonzalez able to catch that, and we've got 1 pitch, 1 out. Blue Sox looking for another win, looking for win number 13 of the year.
And they're 2 outs away from clinching the Northern Division regular season title on the PSCL. Not sure they're necessarily paying attention to that, but getting the 1 seed in their division, pretty sweet accomplishment and sets them up well for a playoff run.
Park Roeder in the box. It's ahead 1-0.
Jose Diaz.
Jose Diaz, it's 1-1 now. Roeder started off the inning with that fly ball. Jose Diaz watches ball 2. He's reached once, reached on an error. Error by Ramos. That was in the 4th inning, and he grounded out to second. 2-1 pitch just outside. It's 3-1 now. Lucero kicks and fires. Off the hands, and Gonzalez will take that for the 2nd out. Couple putouts by the shortstop, and Leo Tormina with 92 pitches so far today, working on one of the best pitching performances of the season in the PSCL. Tormina catches Enzo Angelo off balance there. Check swing, first strike. It's 1-1 now. That one can't get the call. His last start against the Haymakers, he went 5 innings, didn't allow a run. In the rematch here, he's through 6 2/3. He's allowed just 2 runs on 3 hits. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-2 now. Tormina looking for his 3rd win of the year. And this would be a hard-earned one. 1-2 pitch by Tormina. Outside, it's 2-2. If Angelo can reach, then it'll be Dom Tolentino. If he can, Augie Cowan will be up. 2-2, 2 outs. Strike 3 on the corner, breaking ball froze him. Leo Tormina, 9th strikeout of the day. And the complete game win for the Blue Sox, who have clinched the Northern Division.
Wow, what a back-to-back days of complete game pitching performances by the Blue Sox. A 5-2 win today, complete game win by Leo Taramina, allowing just 2 runs. Jared Fong yesterday, 7 innings, complete game, allowed just 1 run, which was unearned. As much as this Blue Sox team has been focused on their hitting, a team that's hitting .330 on the season collectively as a team, has scored now 141 runs in their first 17 games of the season. It's the starting pitching. Alex Hawking, Leo Taramina. You have Jared Fong yesterday. I mean, they've got 4 or 5 reliable starting pitchers, and even though the offense hasn't been as hot of late, they've now won back-to-back games and haven't had to use their bullpen. So as you look now towards the playoffs, they're the 1 seed. Means they're going to get some rest, won't start their playoff run until Sunday, and they have an extremely well-rested bullpen now with 2 games left to play. This is a Blue Sox team that did have back-to-back games, a loss and a tie, where you're like, maybe Are they going to start to struggle really for the first time all season? That's not the case the back-to-back days here on the stadium. This is clearly the title favorite, Steven, and it's going to be very hard to stop a team with excellent starting pitching, a reliable bullpen, and a hot lineup top to bottom with no holes that came through with clutch hitting when they needed to, albeit an excellent starting pitching performance by Gabriel Lucero of the Haymakers.
And a key to a lot of that great starting pitching by the Blue Sox, Reed Santos, the head man for them, he's instilled confidence in this group, and a lot of that is the confidence he shows in them. There was a few times when Tormina or even other pitchers throughout the season, they'll get in a jam, and Reed Santos didn't even blink. There was never a guy in the bullpen. It was always Tormina's game. He always had faith, and he lets his pitchers figure it out, and just every single time almost, they have performed. So that moves the Blue Sox to 13-3-1. They win the Northern Division. And the Haymakers, they're down to 7-10 now. And in all likelihood, that might have taken them out of playoff contention.
Well, everyone makes the playoffs, Stephen,
Sure.
but it is going to be difficult for the Haymakers to avoid that first-round bye now with the A's in command over the Bombers. That likely means they're going to fall down 2 games below the A's for that third spot in a bye in the Southern Division, meaning they would need to win 4 games in 4 days to win the championship. They still have 2 games left to play, so depending on the tiebreaker, but they now need to win out and hope the A's lose both of those games to have any chance at finishing third in the Southern Division and avoid having to play that 4-5 game, which would be against MLB DC China on Saturday.
But the path to another title is set for the Blue Sox. But for now, thank you everyone for joining us here for Blue Sox Haymakers. Blue Sox win 5-2. That's the final score. Blue Sox 8 hits, Haymakers 3 hits. And for Stephen Buxton, Ethan Golmuka, Griffin Epstein, everyone else involved, thank you all for joining.